This episode of Against the Odds is brought to you by Card Kingdom. To pick up the deck and support the show, follow the link in the description box down below. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Against the Odds. So last week was our first M19 Against Odds poll, and in the end, it was one of our new Elder Dragons, Arcades the Strategist, that came out on top, and we had to switch things up a little bit. So ideally, I wanted to do the first episode with the poll in Standard, but I realized that Arcades, in Standard, it's not very good. We don't have many walls, and we have literally zero other payoffs other than Arcades for being a defender deck. So basically just play a bunch of defenders, and if Arcades isn't drawn or if it dies, the deck just does literally nothing, and there's not cards in the card pool to fix that. So we switched to Modern, where not only do we have tons of sweet defenders, but we can do some cool tricks, even go infinite. So that's our plan for today. Win with Arcades, whether that means going infinite with combos or just drawing cards and beating down. So we'll see how it goes. It should be super interesting. So a quick reminder before we break down Arcades for Modern. If you enjoy this deck and you enjoy Against the Odds in general, it would be amazing of you if you could take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk Arcades for Modern, starting with our namesake Arcades the Strategist. So Arcades the Strategist, 4 mana, you get a 3/5, which is fine. It does have flying and vigilance, so it chips in for some damage in the air. The big thing, though, is this is our defender lord in a really weird way. So whenever a creature with defender enters the battlefield under our control, we get to draw a card. So churning through our deck as we cast our walls, assuming we have Arcades out. And then all of our defenders can not only attack, but they deal damage equal to their toughness rather than their power. So if we play a random 0/4 with defender, all of a sudden that's like a 4/4, and it can beat down as long as we have Arcades on the battlefield. So our deck has kind of two different plans revolving around Arcades, but both plans involve playing a bunch of creatures with defenders. So we really want Arcades on the battlefield. It is super important to the plan of our deck. The good news is, in Modern, we have ways to find it. So Court of Calling is basically in our deck to tutor up Arcades. If we already have Arcades, we can just tutor up a random creature with defender to make mana, to draw extra cards, whatever we need to do. But it's basically copies 5, 6, and 7 of Arcades the Strategist to help make sure that we not only find the first one, but if something goes wrong, first one dies, we can get another one on the battlefield. As far as our defenders, kind of package one of defenders is the mana producer. So Wall of Roots makes mana. Overgrown Battlement makes lots of green mana. Axebane Guardian makes lots of mana of any combination of colors, with Battlement and Axebane Guardian basically taps to add mana equal to the number of creatures with defender we control. So if we have a few defenders on the battlefield, we just make a ton of mana really quickly, which allows us to like play our Arcades a turn earlier. And then if we have Arcades and a bunch of defenders, we just play defenders, draw cards, play defenders, draw cards, amass this huge board super quickly. So mana producing walls, number one. Number two is our card advantage defenders. So Wall of Omens, Cavern Caryatid are pretty sweet. So they essentially double up on our card draw. We can cast them without Arcades and hopefully draw into our Arcades. Or if we have Arcades, Wall of Omens suddenly becomes 2 mana, you get a 0/4, you draw 2 cards, which is an insanely good deal. Cavern Caryatid gives us a 2/5 with defender that also draws us 2 cards if we have Arcades out, and then they turn into attackers with Arcades, hitting for 4 and 5 damage. So rounding out our walls, we got Wall of Denial, which is our best attacking wall. Has Shroud, hits for 8 in the air, so it's just a really fast clock. And then Drift of Phantasms gives us another backup flying wall for Arcades, a 5/5 for 3 in the air. If we have Arcades, pretty good deal. It also can tutor up a bunch of sweet things, which is important to actually winning the game with our deck. So what do we find with Drift of Phantasms? Well, we already talked about Court of Calling. So technically, Drift of Phantasms is like copies 8, 9, 10, and 11 of Arcades, because we can transmute Drift to get Cord to get Arcades on the battlefield. So we have a ton ton of different ways to find our Arcades. Ensnaring Bridge gives us a bunch of defense against creature decks. We tutor it up, hopefully empty our hands. Very sweet with walls, since technically they have 0 power, so we can keep attacking, even if we have 0 cards in hand, but our opponent can't attack us back. Eternal Witness gives us some general value. Then we have our combo pieces. So when it comes to winning the game, we have 2 actual plans. So one plan is to go infinite with Freed from the Real, and then use Genesis Wave to close out the game. So we can tutor up Freed from the Real and Genesis Wave with Drift. The idea is, if we can get Freed from the Real on our Axebane Guardian, we can make an infinite amount of mana as long as we have one other wall. We tap Axebane, untap it with Freed from the Real, tap it again to make 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 mana, no, depending on how many defenders we have, untap it again and again and again. With Overgrow Battlement, we don't go infinite because it only makes green mana, but still, if we have a bunch of defenders out, we can use it to make a bunch of mana in one turn. And what we're trying to set up with this combo is to find our one Genesis Wave, maybe with our transmutability from Drift of Phantasms, cast it equal to roughly our deck, or close to the number of cards in our deck with our infinite mana, and then when we do that, we're going to put basically our entire deck on the battlefield, which means at least one Arcades we'll find. We'll hit a bunch of walls, we'll also hit our 1-up Laboratory Maniac, so Arcades is going to trigger a million card draws from all the walls entering the battlefield. We draw those cards, it'll be all the cards in our deck. When we draw a card down an empty library, we just win the game with Laboratory Maniac on the spot. So that's our Arcades combo kill. Find our Genesis Wave, make tons of mana from Freed from the Real, tutoring everything up and drawing cards with Arcades, and then combo kill with Lab Maniac. We can also just go beat down and kill our opponent with our Arcades, with our walls. So for this, we have a backup Arcades essentially in Assault Formation. So if we for some reason can't find an Arcades, play Assault Formation. It's a little expensive. We got to pay a green mana for each defender each turn that we want to attack with. Can also pump our defenders when they're attacking, so get in a bunch of damage. And we have Tower Defense, which is like the ultimate overrun for an Arcades deck, because giving creatures +0/+5 is actually like giving them +5/+0. So suddenly our Wall of Omens is hitting for like 9 damage and just absurd amounts of damage, and it's 2 mana and it's instant speed, and it does it for all of our creatures, so a really, really good deal. Otherwise, couple of paths to have a bit of removal. In the mana base, tons of fetches, some Field of Ruin, some Shock, some fast lands, some basic lands. In the sideboard, we get a ton more creatures, mostly for tutoring up with our Court of Calling, so Thalia helps against combo decks. That's one of the weaknesses of Arcades. If things go really well, we can do powerful things like turn 4, turn 5, but that's not necessarily fast enough to beat fast spell-based combos, so Thalia slows them down, as does Eidolon of Rhetoric. Shalai gives us hexproof, so we're not getting hit by grape shots or burn spells to the face. Fulminator for Tron, can't cast it too easily except for some of our wall mana, but we can tutor it up with Court of Calling. Reflector Mage, a little bit of defense. Remorseful Cleric for Graveyard Hate alongside Rest in Peace Surgical Extraction. Dispel Negate for Cowboy Control. Stony Silence for Affinity. Blessed Alliance Path to Exile gives us more removal, and that is our Arcades for Modern, and that's our Against the Odds deck for this week. So is this deck going to work? It's going to be interesting. I hope that it'll work at least sometimes. While we talked about in the very beginning of this deck how standard Arcades, the big problem is your deck does literal nothing without Arcades, and we do have some of that problem in Modern still. If we don't find Arcades, can't keep it on the battlefield, we're kind of just playing walls. Sure, we can backdoor into the infinite mana combo kill, but really, our primary plan is to have Arcades, play a bunch of defenders, draw a bunch of cards, attack our opponent to death with those creatures, and if we don't have Arcades, it's not going to work very well. If our opponent can keep killing it or pathing it or bouncing it or whatever, things are going to go badly. The good news is, as we also talked about, we do have a lot of ways to find Arcades with Chord and Drift of Phantasms to find Chord. So unlike Standard, where you pretty much get 4 Arcades and you just cross your fingers and hope for the best, at least we have a ton of different ways to find it. So we'll see if this all comes together. Hopefully we get some beatdown kills. Hopefully we get some super sweet infinite mana Genesis Wave Arcades combo kills, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's our deck for this week, Arcades for Modern. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Alright, Against the Odds time. We are mulliganing with Arcades in Modern. Ooh, this hand's kind of sweet. 2 Overgrown Battlements with a Court of Calling and a Carry added. Breeding Pool to the bottom. Windswept Heath, go. I mean, it's going to depend a little on what our opponent's playing, but Forest. And, Arbor Elf. All right, crack this. Grab a Forest. Opponent passes. Botanical Sanctum, Overgrown Battlement. Pass the turn. Stomping Grounds. Untapped. And here comes the land destruction. Come on, deck. Give us a land, give us a land. All right, Razor Verge Thicket. Play Overgrown Battlement. Pass the turn. Windswept Heath. Opponent cracks it. Forest. Taps, untaps. Bloodbraid into more land destruction. All right, not making life easy, opponent. You're not making it easy. Opponent passes. Well, play Caryatid. Draw a white source. Play Wall of Roots. Our biggest problem is all of our mana is green. Wolf Run. Taps, untaps, and Storm Breath. All right. Opponent hits us down to 11 and passes. Oh, Forest, let's just Chord, get Arcades, and go attacking. Hit our opponent, and yeah, kind of working. Yeah, opponent gets in. 4, 5, 6, 7. Tap, untap, tap. 8, 9. All right. Taps, untaps. Yeah, take 9. And then Arcades, opponent scoops it up. Woo! Taking down Panza and Arcades. It worked. It actually worked pretty well. I think we just run it back. Oh man. Well, we got to ship it. One land. Oh no. All right. 5 cards. Here we go. Chord to the bottom. Opponent passes. Oh, Forest, go. Opponent, Forest, and passes. Oh, play a Plains. Play Wall of Roots. Pass the turn. Now we're getting to the point where we want Arcades. All right, there goes our Wall of Roots. Opponent plays a Forest. Oh, play an Island. Play Axebane Guardian. Pass the turn. Mountain. There's a Lightning Bolt. All right. And that Blood Moon actually hurts us a little. Well, play Drift, I guess. Play Breeding Pool. Pass the turn. Come on, Arcades. Bloodbraid into Molten Rain. Yeah, that is bad news. Opponent passes. We cannot die for a while, but we can also not play any of our good cards. Stormbreath Dragon. Opponent goes attacking. Well, we block. Freed from the real. I'll play Windswept Heath. Play Drift of Phantasms. Arbor Elf. Pia and Karanalar. Opponent passes. Well, play Wall of Omens. Draw a card. Yeah, I mean, we'll freed from the real, but I don't think it saves us here. Opponent gonna go monstrous. Yep. We take 1. So we're gonna need to draw like Forest into Genesis Wave. Opponent attacks with everything. Block, block, block. Drop to 8. Cards we can't cast. Pass the turn. Bloodbraid. Yeah. Alright. Yup. Alright, well, we're on the play for game 3. And yeah, I mean, run it back. We're on the play. This hand is very bad. Alright, this hand is better. We will keep this. I think we gotta go bottom. So Forest, go. Wooded Foothills. Opponent cracks it. Forest and Bird's Paradise. Well, play a Plains. Play Overgrown Battlement. Pass the turn. Now we would like Arcades. Roast our wall. And Arbor Elf. Opponent's getting their ramp on. Opponent passes. Well, Windswept Heath. Crack it. Breeding Pool, untapped. Play Wall of Roots. Play Wall of Omens. Pass the turn. Assault Formation has potential. Stomping Grounds, untapped. Taps, untaps. Chandra. Kills our wall. Alright, well, opponent passes. Arcades. Oh, play Assault Formation. Wall of Omens. Attack Chandra. Opponent bird jumps. Pass the turn. Tireless Tracker. Wolfron gets a clue. Untaps. Adds mana. Oh no. Molten Rain's our blue source. And Utopia Sprawl. Well, opponent's out of cards except for this clue. Sanctum is not bad. So we start by pathing Tireless Tracker. Fire up our Wall of Omens. Kill Chandra. Play Botanical Sanctum. Hope like crazy we draw an untapped land and our opponent does not draw something crazy. Sacks the clue. Oh, that is a hit. Oh my god almighty. Wow. Opponent. Give us a land or a wall we can cast. Please, please, please. It is a wall we can't cast. And I think the dream might be dying. Opponent gets a land. Land. Opponent goes attacking. Well, we block Bloodbraid. We might just get fireballed, though. Yeah, opponent gonna wolf run for 1 billion. Yup. We take 6 down to 7. Well, Windswept Heath. Well, crack this. Oh, this is brutal. Get a breeding pool untapped. Cast Drift. Pass the turn. See what our opponent draws. Opponent goes attacking while we block. Take 1. Dead to Inferno Titan and Lightning Bolt. Well, play Guardian. Pass the turn. Wow. Well, our opponent did run pretty well, I will say. And yeah, that does it. Oh, so close. I felt like we had a good chance there, but wasn't meant to be for Arcades. Wasn't meant to be. We just couldn't get Arcades down. All right, against the odds time. We are arcadizing. Playing Arcades. Let's go with that. Playing Arcades. Defender combo, Arcades, card draw, attacking, etc. In Modern. In fact, Scape Shift, Arcades Mirror, Breeding Pool, go. This hand's actually not that bad. Steam Vents for our opponent. Untapped. Alright, probably Scape Shift. I guess it could be like a weird teamer control deck. I'll play the island, play Overgrown Battlement, ship the turn, search for Escanta, doing its thing. I mean, search for Escanta. Mills the Swamp. I don't know what this deck is doing. Opponent passes. Well, yeah, play Wall of Roots. Opponent remands. So play Field of Ruin and Overgrown Battlement. Ship the turn. Mana increasing. Although we are going to have to find a way to resolve an actual way to win the game. Opponent cracks. Overgrown Tomb. Tapped. Opponent. Search for Escanta. Mills a land. Opponent passes. Okay, so we play Wall of Roots. Resolves. Alright, pass the turn. Opponent. Search for Escanta. And Breeding Pool. Tapped. Opponent passes. Well, Court of Calling. Sure, X5, whatever. Opponent remands. Okay. We untap, so Chord of Calling. Opponent more remands. Alright, well. Yeah, play Axebane Guardian. Pass the turn. Opponent, Escanta. Flips Escanta. Oh dear. If they have Escape Shift, we're dead. Bolts our face and Escape Shift. Alright, I mean, we'll make them do it. They're playing a lot of non-mountains. This is a weird build. I'm assuming they're built in a way where this actually kills us, but you never know. Leaves 2 mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Alright, they had enough mountains. Well, we were kind of close-ish. So, Shalai in, negate, dispel in, paths out, surgical in, probably go down bridge, go down tower defense. Yeah, let's try it like that. All right, we are on the play, and we'll keep it. Misty Rainforest, go. I mean, we got walls. We got walls. We got Arcades. We'll see if our stuff actually resolves. Tap land. Well, crack this. Grab a Hallowed Fountain. Tapped. Play the forest. Play Battlement. Pass the turn. Opponent. Island. And Secure Tribe Elder. Getting their ramp on. Alright, so Razor Verge Thicket, and yes, it's your land. Let's just, Arcades, I guess. Pass the turn. Opponent sacks. Gets a Swamp. Steam Vents. Tapped. Oh boy, shields down. Well, let's see how much we can do. Opponent passes. So, Wall of Roots. Draw a card. Windswept Heath. Crack Windswept Heath. Get a Breeding Pool. Untapped. Wall of Omens. Draw 2 cards. I mean, we're kind of walling off. Wall of Roots. Draw a card. Axebane Guardian. Draw a card. And pass the turn. I mean, we've played a lot of walls. We've played many walls. We have not drawn anything to stop our opponent from killing us with Scape Shift. But we drew a lot of cards. Opponent cracks. Are we dead? Oh man, that was a sweet turn. I don't know how relevant it is, but it was sweet. Stomping Grounds, tapped. Bring to Light, X4. Ugh, for Damnation. Oh my god. That's not good. That's not good at all. Well, play Arcades. Play Flooded Strand. Die to Scapeshift. Well, we did our thing against a lot of decks that would have been good, but Damnation, brutal. Misty. Bring to Light for Scapeshift. Scapeshift for our death. Yup, Scapeshift has been cast, and we're not going to make our opponent go through it this time. Alright, well, combo's not our strong suit. Our walls are better when they can block things. Alright, against the odds time, we are, mulliganing with Arcades. Oh my god. Oh, this is bad, this is bad. This is super bad. Can we even keep this? We're on the play, we scry for a land, hope to draw another land. Alright, land on top. Fetch land. Please deck. Please. Please. Alright, it's a fetch land, so we'll keep it. I mean, that means we got a chance. We got a chance. We're gonna get to play cards. Island, go. Opponent, mountain, and passes. Well, unfortunately, we gotta shock ourselves. Hopefully not burn. Temple Garden, untapped. Run out Wall of Omens. Draw a card. The shocking of our own face might end up being an issue. Opponent. Untaps. Inspiring Vantage. Boros Charm to 10. Okay. Opponent passes. Well, Overgrown Battlement. Go. Bloodstained Mire. Opponent passes. I'll play Windswept Teeth. Play Arcades. Get in with Wall of Omens for 4. Opponent down to 16. Boros Charm to 6. Untaps. Land. Searing Blaze, 3, cracks it, and Skullcrack. All right, well, yeah, let's burn for you. Sometimes they got a lot of points of burn. Blessed Alliance, Shalai, come in, Caryatid, Ensnaring Bridge out. Maybe we cut Eternal Witness. Maybe we forget Lab Maniac backup plan for Thalia, and Dispel for... maybe Wall of Denial? Try it like that. All right, we're on the play. All right. We got Wall of Roots. Hopefully we find a Chord of Calling. Misty, go. Opponent. Sacred Foundry. Swift Spear. All right, we'll take one. Crack Misty. Hallowed Fountain, tapped. Down to 18. Well, play a Forest. Play Wall of Roots. Pass the turn. Opponent. Untaps. Wooded Foothills. Attacks. And we'll take it. We don't want to trade with the Searing Blaze. Alright, take 1 to 17. That's fine. Opponent passes. Play Field of Ruin. Play Wall of Roots. Pass the turn. We need to find blue mana so we can transmute Drift for Chord to get Shalai to Fizzle Burn spells. Sacred Foundry. Untapped. And Boros Charm. Yeah, down to 13. Sure. Mountain. Opponent goes attacking. Well, we're going to block this time. There's Searing Blaze. So we are going to Path Wall of Roots, grab an island. We still take damage, though. Down to 10. Yep. Opponent passes. Well, transmute Drift. Take Chord of Calling. Play Misty. Crack it. Get an island. Cast Drift. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a land. Boros Charm. Oh, man. We could just be dead. If they have 2 bolts, we're dead. Opponent. Passing. All right. Play Field of Ruin. Add a green. All right, we're going to tap it. So, Chord X4. Get Shalai. Pass the turn. Opponent cracks. Stomping Grounds. Untapped. Okay. Pass the turn. All right, untaps. Wooded Foothills. Oh, no. Riftbolt Shalai. Cracks Wooded Foothills. Mountain. Lightning Helix is Shalai. All right. We're in trouble. Opponent goes attacking. Well, there goes Swift Spear. Come on, Arcades. Well, that is Arcades. Play Arcades. Hit our opponent for 8. Down to 6. And they shouldn't have a 5 damage spell in their deck. I don't think it exists in Modern Burn. And opponent scoops it up! Arcades off the top! Whoo! Shalai plus Arcades, just barely good enough. Barely good enough against Bird. Well, that was not bad. Not bad, not bad. Let's go up Path and down Athalia. Try it like that. All right, on the draw, unfortunately. Okay, we'll try it. Vantage. Opponent, passing. Well, Razor Verge Thicket, go. Opponent, Bolter Face, down to 17. Mountain. And Eidolon. All right, we got to path it, down to 15. Opponent gets a Mountain. And passes. Misty Rainforest, go. There's Goblin Guide. That's not ideal. Opponent gets in. Top of our deck is an island. All right, down to 13. Yup. Oh no. So many Eidolons. Well, take a Hallowed Fountain. I don't know if we can beat 2 Eidolons, especially on the draw. I'll play an island. Oh yeah, this is very bad. Play Axebane Guardian, drop to 10. Opponent untaps. Bolt suspended. Pass. Oh dear. And we're down to virtually dead. Well, I mean, take a forest. We dropped to 6, which is a virtual 3. Oh, we're straight up dead. Opponent gets in. Yep. Goblin Guide. Axebane Guardian on top. Yeah. And that is a game, boys and girls. Well, unfortunately, we were on the draw of that match. We did get a game against Burn, and I feel like we got a chance, but didn't quite get there. All right, against the odds time, we are playing some. We're on the draw. If the top card of our deck is a land, this hand is great. We gotta ship it. All right, this is slightly less exciting. Land to the bottom. 4 is for our. Oh my god, it's Boggles. Okay. All right, more lands on top. Well, Windswept Heath. Craig Windswept Heath. So I guess the good news is our opponent shouldn't have a ton of interaction. The bad news is we don't have a ton of interaction. So we're hoping we can wall Goldfish faster than our opponent can Goldfish. And that's a 4-power Slippery Boggle. Opponent gets in. Down to 15. Passes. Oh, play a forest. Play Wall of Omens. Draw a card. Pass the turn. Windswept Heath. Opponent gets in. For a bunch. 4. Down to 11. Yep. Of course, Spirit Dancer. We'll play Wall of Roots. Play an island. Play Overgrown Battlement. Pass the turn. Opponent cracks. Plains. Untaps. Rancor. Oh dear. Draws a card. Dryad Arbor. Opponent gets in for 6. Okay, we'll take it. Down to 5. Opponent passes. Well, Breeding Pool untapped. Transmute Drift. Get Ensnaring Bridge. Play Ensnaring Bridge. Pass the turn. Maybe we got a chance. Land for our opponent. Glade Cover Scout. Boggle. Out of cards. Yes. Cannot really damage us. Our 1 Ensnaring Bridge might be doing it. Ooh, Assault Formation. Play Caryatid. Draw a card. Play Field of Ruin. Assault Formation. Eternal Witness. Pass the turn. Tap land. Opponent passes. Transmute Drift. I think we just take Chord. Take Chord. Play Botanical Sanctum. Pass the turn. Opponent. Ethereal Armor draws a card. Hyena Umbra draws a card. And passes. Well, let's Chord. Take Arcades. Play Overgrown Battlement. Drawing cards is a bit risky, but okay. Play second Arcades. Play Windswept Heath. Pass the turn. Opponent Hyena Umbra draws a card. Yep. And pass it. Well, crack Windswept Heath. Take a Breeding Pool. Play Wall of Denial. And that's our way to close out the game. We gotta hope our opponent doesn't draw a way to kill this bridge. Ooh, another Chord. All right, pass the turn. Opponent passing. So, Field of Ruin, Dryad Arbor. Grab a forest. Chord of Calling. Take Drift of Phantasms. Draw a card. Play Wall of Roots. Draw a card. Play Field of Ruin. Go to combat. Attack. Pump. And I think we did it. I think we got the Arcades kill. Pump. Did we do it? Pump. Okay. I mean, that's 23 power in the air. Oh, they got a path? All right, so we don't win yet. Opponent has one more turn to try to kill us. All right, pass the turn. Keen Sense draws a card. Keen Sense draws a card. Land. Opponent passes. Well, I mean, attack with Wall of Denial. Arcades? Taking out Boggles? We got there! We got there! Our Ensnaring Bridge came through. Our one of Ensnaring Bridge. All right. Thalia, Thalia, Thalia. Go down paths. Blessed Alliance. Go down Tower Defense, I think. And let's go down the Caryatid. And try it like that. Okay. I mean, this is fine. Forest for opponent and Boggle. Always with the Boggles. Opponent passes. Windswept Heath, go. Windswept Heath cracks it. Plains, Rancor, boo. Ethereal Armor. All right, that's a big ol' Boggle. Well, crack Windswept Heath. Get a Hallowed Fountain. Tapped. Opponent passes. Play a Forest. Play Wall of Omens. Draw a card. Lab Maniac's not the most helpful. Plains for our opponent. It's in for 5. Well, we take it down to 9. And passes. There's our drift. So play Field of Ruin. Play Wall of Roots. Play Wall of Omens. Pass the turn. Opponent goes attacking. Yeah, I think we better chump. Take 1. Down to 8. Tap land. Opponent passes. Play Eternal Witness. Get back Windswept Heath. This was not exactly how we drew it up. Play Windswept Heath. Crack. Get a Forest. Cord. Take Overgrown Battlement. Pass the turn. Hope our opponent does not draw something this turn. Okay, and that is... Well, that would have been lethal no matter what we did. So we scoop it up. We were close! We were close! Maybe we bring in the negate, too. How do we make it fit, though? Bring in the negate. Go down 1 chord. Try it like that. All right, we're on the play. And all right, I mean, we got our bridge. Hallowed Fountain, go. And a quick Arcades. Razor Verge Thicket and Glade Cover Scout. Yep, well, Forest, Overgrown Battlement. Pass the turn. Opponent, pass our wall. All right, well, we get a... Now, let's just take a Forest. Opponent passes. Gets in for 1. Yep. Well, this means we get to untap Misty, crack Misty, grab an island, and run out Arcades, the Strategist. Pass the turn. Dryad Arbor. Come on, walls. Ethereal Armor, sure. Opponent passes. Oh, play Assault Formation. Play Axebane Guardian, draw a card. More Arcades. Get in with Arcades for 5. Pass the turn. Maybe we can just race. We have Path Protection. Keen Sense. Okay. And Rancor. All right. Well, opponent's going to get in and draw a card. Yup. Down to 12. Well, let's see what we draw. Overgrown Battlement. So, play Battlement. Draw a card. Play Temple Garden tapped. Get in for 8. Play Bridge. Pass the turn. Razor Verge. Opponent's got to kill the bridge to attack, and unless they gain life, Arcades is lethal. We can double pump with our wall mana and just Arcades for victory. Opponent, Hyena Umbra. Boggle. Opponent, passing. We draw a card. I mean, we just pump. Get in with Arcades for 7. Game? Arcades! Taking down Boggles! Did it! It kind of works! We did it! Sweet! Alright, against the odds time, we are playing some Arcades Wombo combo in Modern, and we'll try this. I mean, no Arcades, but we do have a Cord, and we got some walls. If we're in a creature matchup, we got our single bridge. Wall of Omens hopefully finds us our land. So Misty, go. See what our opponent's up to. Alright, basic island. So, counter central. Guess it could be like Merfolk. Well, crack Misty. Take Breeding Pool. Tower defense. Well, Windswept Heath, crack it. Temple Garden, untapped. Run out Wall of Omens. Oh dear. Okay, Thought Scour. That's okay. Although, we might get Blood Mooned. Draw a card. Arcades. If we get Blood Moon, life is very bad. Opponent cracks. Watery Grave. Alright, less likely to get Blood Mooned. And Logic Knot. Alright, pass the turn. Opponent. Thought Scours. Plays an island. And, alright, Spreading Seas. That's mostly fine. We would like a land for Arcades? Land? Ugh, more Arcades. Well, I guess this means we just Ensnaring Bridge past the turn. Opponent. Thought Scours. Scalding Tarn. Cracks it. Steam Vents. Untapped. And search for Azcanta. Alright. Come on, land for... Oh. And Tasker. Alright, come on, land for Arcades, please. Please, please, please. Path. Well, this is not pretty, but path our wall. Grab a forest. Pass the turn. Search for Azcanta can flip. Ugh. Field of Ruin. Flips. Scalding Tarn. Opponent. Gets in for 4. Sure. Awkward. Well, play the island. Play Arcades. Opponent cracks. Watery Grave. Untapped. Snapcaster for Cryptic. Yeah. And there's a Cryptic. And yeah, looking grim. Looking grim. Creeping Tar Pit. Gets in for 6. Down to 6. Yup. Opponent passes. Now play Axebane Guardian. The problem here is we're just dead to a burn spell. Opponent passes. Azcanta, so Path Snapcaster. Yeah, we're just dead to a Lightning Bolt. Search for Azcanta. Logic not. Also dead to like Cryptic and a million things. There's a Lightning Bolt, and we are officially dead. Alright. What do we want? Maybe bring in Thalia's. Dispel Negate? Rest in Peace? How do we make this fit? Go down Ensnaring Bridge. Go down Tower Defense. I guess we go down Caryatid, Eternal Witness, and maybe go down 1 Drift? Try it like that, I guess. Alright, we get to play first. Okay, I guess. We got Arcades. So, Breeding Pool, tapped, pass the turn. Island for our opponent, and passes. Well, let's Forest, play Assault Formation. Opponent Thought Scours. Alright, pass the turn. Steam Vents, untap down to 18. And Spreading Seas. Alright, opponent passes. Come on, wall. I'll play Flooded Strand, pass the turn. Field of Ruin. Well, crack Flooded Strand. Grab a Plains. Razor Verge Thicket. Ooh, opponent's gonna Field of Ruin. Well, take an island. Play a forest, and run out Arcades. Opponent Thought Scours. Can our opponent actually kill Arcades? Watery Grave. Untapped. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Bounces Arcades. Alright, that's obnoxious. Opponent passes. Oh, play Wall of Roots. Play Field of Ruin. Play Arcades. Pass the turn. Opponent again bounces Arcades. Sulfur Falls. Tassiger. Opponent passes. Well, step 1, path Tassiger. Step 2, kill Jace. Opponent bolts. Snapcaster. Alright. Bolts. Well, Hallowed Fountain untapped. Oh dear. Pass the turn. That was a pretty disastrous turn. Because now our opponent gets to start brainstorming. And yeah, I think it's pretty unlikely that we can win from here. Opponent gets in, yeah. Down to a low life total. Now, Field of Ruin. Opponent's going to float some mana. And Field of Ruin. Alright. We'll get an island. Get a forest. Opponent passes. Play Arcades. Opponent has Snapcaster for Cryptic. I mean, we get to dispel Cryptic. We get an Arcades, but... ugh, does not feel good. Thankfully, we have like 0 lands left in our deck, so we should draw action eventually. Wow. This means our opponent has another Jace? Oh my god. Well, we have learned, Arcades does not like Jace. Our opponent has bounced Arcades so many times. Opponent, gonna get in. Sure. Down to 11. Well, play Arcades. Opponent's got Cryptic. Watery Grave, untap. Thought Scours. Ooh, alright, well, I mean, follow that up with Drift of Phantasms, draw a card, play Misty, pass the turn. Opponent, Lightning Bolts are face down to 8. Brainstorms with Jace. Opponent, passes. Well, I mean, crack Misty, get a Temple Garden, untap, Cryptic, tap draw. Come on, wall, we need a defender. Arcades. Well, play Wall of Roots, draw a card. And I guess we just pass. Colligan's command for Snapcaster. Are we just going to get burnt out? Bounces our wall. Okay. Yeah, I think we're dead. Opponent goes attacking. Well, we can try to cord. X2. Counter Squall, and yeah, that does it. Oh, that feels like a rough one. So many counters. Hi, 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 hi. All right, against the odds time. We are looking to Arcades it up in Modern. And we are actually oddly close to going infinite here. So if our opponent doesn't have discard/removal, which would be a miracle. Ooh. All right, Tron. Well, crack Misty. Let's see if we're fast enough. Get a Hallowed Fountain. Tapped. Opponent passes. Well, play the Forest. Play Wall of Roots. Pass the turn. Cracks. Stirrings. I mean, if they just have turn 3 Tron, I guess we can go slow and Field of Ruin a Tron piece. Although that keeps us from casting Guardian. Urza's Mine. Chromatic Star. Okay. I'll play Field of Ruin. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Pass the turn. Field of Ruin the tower. Grab an island. Oh man, we need 2 turns. Opponent cracks. Draws a card. Another tower. Chromatic Sphere. Relic. Not relevant. I mean, we just gotta hope they don't have it. Yeah, play the Forest. Play Axebane Guardian. And pass the turn. I mean, if we untap with Axebane Guardian, we win. It's that simple. It's that simple. So we're hoping no Tron, or if they have Tron, they're playing like Wormcoil or something. The fact that they did not crack anything makes me a little afraid that they just have Tron. Sylvan? Okay. Well, this gives us hope. Like, they're getting Tron, but they're only going to have 5 mana. I think we might just go infinite against Tron. I mean, I guess they could have a surprise removal spell. Oh my god, we even drew the Genesis Wave. Okay, so, freed from the real. Come on, no sneaky removal. Untap, no sneaky removal. No tap. Oh my god, we're doing it. Oh my god, we're doing it. Oh my god, we're going infinite. We're going infinite. We're doing it. Good game. Good game. Oh, what are the chances? Oh, taking down Tron. Well, let's play another Guardian. This gives us more mana. Tap, blue, green, green. Untap, tap. So now all we got to do is Genesis Wave for our entire deck. So we just got to do this for a while. Tap, untap, untap, tap. I mean, I guess we keep doing this. Yes, tap, untap. Wow. Okay. I was not feeling hopeful, but I'm feeling more hopeful now. And our opponents, I guess we haven't shown a win condition. So we're up to 30-something mana, which isn't enough to Genesis Wave for our entire deck. But we're getting close. All right. I think that's good enough. Now we Genesis Wave for essentially our entire deck. Now we have to make sure we click everything. All right. I think that's pretty much everything. No, not gonna pay life. Oh, we get a few Arcades triggers. Just a few. Oh my god, so many clicks. Maybe we didn't think through the practicalities of this combo. Oh my goodness. Moto. Moto. Oh, there we go. All right. Draw some cards. Draw some cards. Draw some cards. 0 cards left. And combo kill. It's a combo kill. Yes, 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 yes. Well, Arcades. Arcades, doing it. That was the plan, and the plan worked. Against Tron, no less. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, so against Tron, let's go down the paths. Go up Fulminator Mage. Go down Ensnaring Bridge. Go up Surgical Extraction. Go up Stony Silence. Tower Defense for Negate. And try it like that. All right. All right, let's mulligan. All right, this is fine. We got some walls. We got a Field of Ruin, which is important. Yeah, we'll keep. Opponent's going to 5. Oh my god, we might beat Tron. I don't think we want another Overgrown Battlement. Power Plant. Opponent passes. We just want a Surgical. Wall of Omen's not bad. Windswept Heath go. Opponent. Forest. Well, crack this. Grab a Temple Garden. Tapped. Play a Forest. Play Overgrown Battlement. Pass the turn. Opponent. Ancient Stirrings. Finds a tower. All right. Well, now we might have to take a turn off to kill the tower. Opponent passes. So, play Wall of Omens. Draw a card. Ugh. We would rather have Fulminator in our deck. Play Field of Ruin. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Blow up the tower. Grab a... Opponent scoops it up! Oh my god, they scooped it up. Too good for Tron. Arcades. Combos. Too good for Tron. Sweet. Sweet. I did not think there was any chance that would work. Well, sweet. So what do we learn this week about Arcades the Strategist in Modern? And overall, record, meh. Not super exciting. We played 6 matches. We won 2 of them. Good for 33.33333% match win percentage. Little bit better in games, winning 6 of 15, which puts us at like 40%. So basically, Arcades a little bit below average as far as against the odds decks are concerned. However, it is important to point out that our wins should probably count as double because we didn't just beat decks, we beat the most annoying, my personal least favorite decks in Modern by taking down Tron and Boggles with Arcades. So if we had to pick a couple of matches to win, we picked the right ones and beat some of the most miserable decks in the format. But really, the deck, oh man, it's interesting. So the problem with the Arcades deck, much as we expected heading into it, is Arcades doesn't stick around that much. It's nice that it dodges Lightning Bolt, but in our matches, we saw lots of Path to Exiles, counter spells, Jace bounces, and had a really miserable time competing against any deck that had a lot of removal, because our opponent's like, sure, play your walls, play them all, make tons of mana, go for it. You've got a bunch of 0/1s on the battlefield, and if they can just make sure that Arcades doesn't stick by countering it, killing it, bouncing it, whatever, our deck just doesn't do anything. Like, yes, we did see against Tron, we pulled off the infinite mana, it was spectacular, we got the combo kill, it was super, super sweet. So it is possible to win with a backup plan. It doesn't happen all that often, and it's just really hard to get Arcades to stick on the battlefield, and it's really hard to keep up with the fastest decks in the format. We have value, we have mana, we got card draw, but if we're winning on turn 5, 6, 7, and our opponent's burning us out on turn 3 or 4, or storming us off on turn 3 or 4, and we don't have a ton of interaction to really stop our opponent, we're just kind of doing our thing and hoping Arcades gets there, it's hard to really compete with those super fast decks. So we struggled with really controlling decks. We saw that against the Jace deck where they just bounce Arcades again and again and again with Jace, could never get any traction. We also saw the really fast decks like Burn. We got a game off of them and that was super sweet, but we still had trouble just keeping up. Like we're playing walls and they're just like bolt you, Boros charm you, and there's not a ton we can do about that. So I don't know. I think Arcades is sweet, but I don't think it's an especially competitive card. It's just one of those situations, kind of like the Heartless Summoning situation, where sure, if we could always have Arcades on the battlefield and know that Arcades would never die, this deck would be insane. It would be a legitimate top-tier deck in the Modern format. The problem is, that doesn't happen as often as we need it to. Even with our backup plans, even with our chords and tutors and our salt formations, is just maddeningly inconsistent, and even with the 5 toughness, Arcades is still kind of fragile. Fatal Push gets it, Path gets it, counter spells get it, so I don't know. I think Arcades, it's a fun deck, it's a cool, unique archetype, it's sweet to go infinite, it's sweet to play a bunch of walls and beat down, and when things go well, you can kill very quickly. Like, if you could play a wall, like Wall of Roots, on turn 2, on turn 3 you can play a Wall of Denial or something, on turn 4 you play Arcades, suddenly you're hitting your opponent for 12 damage out of nowhere and killing them the next turn. So when things go right, the deck can be really powerful, and you can definitely catch unsuspecting opponents by surprise with the infinite mana freed for the real Genesis wave, dump the entire deck, Laboratory Maniac win combo. But those things, as we learned in our matches, you're looking at 30-40% of the time, somewhere in that range. So not consistent enough to be a tier deck, but still, the good wins are really good. It's a really unique style to play. Arcades, certainly a fun card, and it is a blast when it sticks on the battlefield. So anyway, that's been our Against the Odds for this week. Arcades for Modern. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.